Okay, so I'm gonna do one round of World Tournament just for those new players that don't understand what the World Tournament is. Totally fine, can be a little bit confusing, but we'll go ahead and dive into this World Tournament. So basically, you have rankings right here. You have your overall rankings, and then you have local rankings, which is what's gonna determine what kind of rewards you get at the end of the World Tournament once it actually ends. And then you have your rewards right here. You have your ranking rewards, and you have your local ranking rewards, and then you have your mission rewards. So these are the missions you need to do, and these are accumulative points, so their overall points is not something you need to achieve in one run. It's something you achieve over the course of this whole World Tournament. Once you get 30 million total points throughout the whole World Tournament, you get all of these rewards right here, which you get a bunch of hidden potential orbs, some Grand Kais, some Elder Kais, and some Dragon Stones, so it's totally worth it. And then you have missions where you need to win so many World Tournaments in a row, up to 20 to get the total amount of rewards there. And then you just have missions where you need to get a certain amount of wins, and also some missions for achieving certain tiers throughout the World Tournament. As you accumulate points, you'll be bumped up tiers, such as this King Kai tier, up to the Supreme Kai tier, up to the Elder Kai tier, and then eventually to the last tier called the Beers tier. And that'll help you get those maximum amount of rewards right there as well. So, but the way it works is we'll hit participate, and as you win World Tournaments, you will be able to access higher difficulties, which will get you more points at a time. But the difficulty is not as important as getting those consecutive wins, because as you get consecutive wins, you actually get a multiplier to your victory points. Right now I'm at a 4-win streak, so my multiplier is at 1.2 times the amount of points I would actually receive normally. The one thing you need to really focus on are the missions. Don't worry about the local rankings or your overall rank. Let that run its course, because here's the thing, there's a lot of sweats in World Tournament. Sweaty people, very, very sweaty people, and it is damn near impossible to get overall rank #1 or even local rank #1, because there's just so many competitive people. And if you have a life outside of Dokkan, you're not gonna make overall ranking #1 or even local ranking #1. You may not even make top 50. Live your life. Don't make the World Tournament a chore. Make it a fun experience for you, as fun as it can be, because it is pretty boring in the first place. It doesn't have a lot of flair to it, to say the least. But here we go. We're gonna start in the preliminary rounds right here. We'll hit next. This is where we'll pick our team, and then I do not want Janemba as my friend leader. I do want another cooler. So the thing about World Tournament is your team gets the leader skill buff from your leader, but not from the friend leader. So keep that in mind. And then something else to keep in mind too is you want to bring as many AoE attackers as possible. So I have this Broly who's gonna be an attack all unit, this Broly who's gonna be an attack all unit. I have this Frieza right here who's also an attack all unit, and this Nappa and Vegeta who also is an attack all unit. And then this Turles is not an attack all unit, but he's giving support to the rotation on whatever rotation he's going to be on, which will help the attack all units clear out the enemies pretty quickly. And then we have this Cooler as our leader, mostly using him for his leader skill, because his leader skill buff is pretty good and covers the whole team. But also this Cooler does get additionals like crazy, so he helps clear out the enemies as well. Also, you want to watch what support items you bring. Android 8 gives 50% defense, Princess Snake gives 30% damage reduction, and then Icarus gets 35% damage reduction. So I have some items here to give me defense or damage reduction and also heal my HP. I'll also bring a Ghost Usher just in case I need to do a rotation where I don't want the enemies attacking at all. That's my strategy right there with the support items, and we'll go ahead and get started. It's pretty simple. It's nothing too extravagant or complicated. You do want to try and hit this blue medallion thing over there, but if you don't, that's fine. Like I said before, the difficulty is not as important as actually getting your consecutive wins. So if you need to stay on the very first difficulty because you don't have AoE attacking units, you don't have very strong units or a very strong team right now, that is perfectly fine. Just do the consecutive wins, get as many rewards as you can. Do not worry about trying to be top tier like everybody else, because at the end of the day, you're in this World Tournament for you, not for anybody else. So you need to make sure that you're doing what you need to do in order to get the maximum amount of rewards that you can get. So don't worry about anybody else. It's all about you in this world tournament. Get the rewards that you can get, that you can achieve. The amount of rewards you get from this is significant. You get Elder Kais, Dragon Stones. There's a bunch of free stuff, and it's actually pretty decent to really good stuff that you can get from this world tournament. And I beat the team right there. And you see in this preliminary round, you actually have other teams fighting each other. You can take advantage of that and just fight a team that's weak like this, that already has 2 units gone to get past this preliminary stage. All right, I'm actually going to use this Frieza in front because he's an AoE attacker, and then I'll use this Cooler as backup and this Nappa and Vegeta as backup as well, just in case Frieza doesn't finish off some people here, which he might not because his attack stat seems a little low. Okay, never mind, we're good. I might end up taking that Frieza out. Just because it's an AoE attacker doesn't mean that I necessarily want him in there, because he is kind of weak. So there you have it. Once you defeat all the enemies right there, you gain first place in preliminary rounds, and I gained a total of 61,160 points, but that'll be multiplied by my multiplier, and I get bonus points as well. So I got a total of 70,000 points from that preliminary round. And then we will continue on to the quarterfinals here. So we'll hit next. We'll head into here. So after the preliminary round, and this is what's called the semi quarterfinal, right? No, quarterfinal. There's only one team that you have to fight against. You don't have to fight against 4. And I usually just head straight into battle here, and head straight to the unit or to the team and do my best to defeat the enemies. Use this Broly up front here to do AoE. We'll use this Nappa and Vegeta to do AoE. Well, they're not going to do AoE if this Broly doesn't finish off these units, because Nappa's and Vegeta's 18 key is not AoEs. But Broly should do the clean sweep here, and we should get past the stage pretty quickly. Yep. So he KO'd everybody. We got those points. I think we're going to get more bonus points in this, and we'll end up getting more points than we did in the preliminary round. No, we didn't. Okay, we got 53,000 points there. But as you can see in the total tour points, that is the overall accumulative points that I have right now. So I have 1,022,933 points, and I just got the King Kai tier, so that's good. And then we'll head to the semi-final right here. We'll see if we can get an LR final form Cooler as a friend lead, and we'll head into this same concept. You just need to land on the opposing team to fight them, and sometimes what will end up happening is they'll start to run away from you. Sometimes, not all the time. Sometimes they head towards you. It all depends, I guess. We'll keep this Broly in front so he can do AoE attacks, and then we have this Cooler right here for backup just in case he needs to clean up any units. And then this Turles is giving the support on the rotation so that he can help this Broly hopefully do the clean sweep right here and completely annihilate the whole team. It should be like that. Yeah, okay, yeah, we're good. So it's pretty simple. It's nothing too difficult. Like I said, I just wanted to run through this one time just to show new players what this is about and how to go about it. Oh, and also right here, it shows you what missions you're completing next by, you know, scoring a certain amount of points. Once we get to 1,500,000 total points, we'll get this Bulma medal. That's not all the missions, that's just one of them. Yeah, we definitely want to bring final form Cooler as a friend, and then we'll just head straight to the team here and probably annihilate them. Yep, we're definitely putting Broly in front here. We'll put Frieza, well, yeah, we'll keep it like this. That'll be fine. Do this and then that'll work. So we have 3 AoE attackers on this rotation, so there's no reason why we shouldn't be able to do a clean sweep with at least 2 of these units. Most likely with just this Broly. And there you have it. This is why you want to bring AoE units, because it'll help you get it done in the most efficient and easiest way possible, because grinding the world tournament can be tedious. It can take some time, so having AoE units will actually save you some time so that you can grind it even more to rank up more to get your total points faster. And there you have it. There's a nice little sunset in the back once you actually get to the finals here. And then once you complete the finals in the world tournament and win it, you can go back. A new difficulty will unlock so you can get more points, and then you hit OK and you start back in the preliminary rounds. Shows you your win streak. My victory points multiplier went from 1.2 to 1.25, and you can get a max of 1.5 to your multipliers. Just keep that in mind, and remember that it is more important to get your consecutive wins. So if you need to stay on this difficulty right here let's do this, that is perfectly fine. If you need to stay on let's give it a shot, that's perfectly fine too. I would say a safe bet is to stay on let's give it a shot or this is so exciting if you are new to the game and don't have a team that does AoE. These first 3 difficulties right here are a good way to start off on the world tournament and to get you consecutive wins with a team that isn't necessarily built for world tournaments. That's what I would recommend, so you can get those consecutive wins and get as many rewards as possible. You may not complete all the missions, but you will complete more missions by doing it that way if you are new to the game and don't have a team geared towards world tournament. Yeah, that's about it. Hope you found this helpful, and I'll catch you on the next one.